Hello and welcome to the Philippines. This is a Cclex update, the Cebu-Cordova Link Expressway. And I made a trip out to SM Mall Seaside on the south side of Cebu City and got some video of this particular bridge. It is, I think it's about the complete. There's about 60% of the planning and construction complete if you add everything up, purchasing and plans. About 45% of the actual construction is complete here in September 2020, according to their website. About 8.5 kilometers, about 5 miles, I believe. And going to have 4 lanes going each way. Here is the video I took coming back in a taxi. You can see the structures there being built on the, I guess it would be the north side of the freeway, the Cebu Coastal Road. And I'll show you some of the actual bridge a little bit further up here. Designed for 80 to 90 kilometers per hour. 90 kilometers per hour is about 56 miles per hour, I believe. Designed for 40 to 50,000 vehicles a day. And originally it was hoped to be finished by, I think, March 2021, the 500th anniversary of Christianity, Magellan coming to the Philippines, I believe. But now they're saying, the website says late 2021, and very good possibility it'll go into 2022 sometime, according to somebody I know that works on the project. But we'll just have to wait and see. They've got weigh in motion for trucks. You truckers know what that is. Weigh in motion out on the freeways there in the USA and probably across Europe and many other countries as well, to find the overweight trucks that are trying to go across there. Will be a toll road. Not sure what the tolls will be, but I think will be reasonable. And here's the other video I took. I'm hanging out of the window of the taxi, and the taxi driver was real nice to drive relatively slow so that I could take this video. Formworks are using a self-climbing formworks for the pylons, and the deck is being with a form traveler, what's called a form traveler. Pretty sophisticated type system. I think the designers, the architects on the project was a Spanish firm, I believe, and I think the engineers that will own it and help run it is a Philippine firm, Dutch firm, and of course the original designers will be involved in some way, shape, or form, I would suspect. This is the third bridge. There are 2 bridges presently. There's a 2-lane bridge from Mandaue City, just on the north side of Cebu City, going over to Mactan Island. And Mactan Island has the big international airport over there. And there's a newer 4-lane bridge, but both of those, especially at rush hour time, they can get backed up a bit. This is a much needed to take traffic from the south, because all the traffic that needs to go to Mactan Island right now from Cebu has to go all the way through Cebu City and through Mandaue, big part of Mandaue City. There's Pier 1 there, Cclex, the larger ferries. And so there is just a heck of a lot of traffic that goes through these cities, and this will divert a lot of that before they get into the city. And we're coming into the downtown. This is a staging area up here for a lot of the equipment. They've got a number of barges that go back and forth carrying equipment and people back and forth to the various locations out there. They have many infrastructure projects going on. Unfortunately, many of them were basically shut down during the medical crisis these last, 5, 6, 7 months. And they've been getting back up and operating for the last month or 2, I think, anyway. would have been a perfect time, I think, to pursue a lot of those projects when you have very few people out on the roads. But anyway, that's a discussion for other people another time. And anyway, much, much, much needed when this thing finally opens up. And now there are a number of other projects for Cebu City and other areas too. They had planned on a um, Cebu to Bohol bridge, I think like 25 kilometers, something like that. I think that has been put on hold, partly because of the economic situation. And I think eventually they plan to connect virtually all the larger islands together with bridges, because right now, if there's bad weather, they need to shut down the ferries, so everything gets shut down. Commerce gets shut down for a day, 2, maybe 3 days at a time. So that is something. Another thing about Cebu City, they're planning an outer belt drive goes around the up in the foothills that will help alleviate some. There's still a lot of planning, buying up a property that needs to be done with that. This will certainly transform that southern area of Mactan Island. There are bridges and airports, the uh, modernizing of airports, modernizing and building larger ferry piers, various islands and areas to handle not just commercial traffic but tourist traffic as well. Roads are being built. There are a number of things. There are some additional plans for tourism. For instance, there were a number of sites in the last year and discussions about there are too many people. Even in Thailand, they shut down certain areas for a number of months. Uh, Philippines did it in Boracay Island, very popular. Shut it down for 6 months or so to rehabilitate it. And The logistics of they're talking about controlling the number of visitors to go to the various places. Well, how do you do that? Logistics. They has to be pretty much has to be centralized um, way to take reservations and control. Otherwise, everybody goes from whatever island they're on. They go to the airplanes. They go to the ferries. They take the taxis, whatever, and they just all show up whenever they show up. There is no control. So the logistics, I presume there will be a more of a centralized booking type agency that will help take care of, or they'll all the travel agents will be tied into a central booking area where they will control the number of people that are able to come into a place. So it will be more difficult just to go on the fly, just to show up someplace, and you will have, which I tend to do. I just tend to travel and fly by the seat of my pants, explore or whatever, and I'll have to plan in the future, have to plan a little further out in advance, it appears. Anyway, thanks for watching. That's the update, and stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you next time.